Is it on?
It's on. We're on.
Okay. Seriously, it's on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can edit this out.
Really connect people who otherwise wouldn't be connected across schools, and to allow people to share best practices and to stimulate different thoughts and ideas that others might not have thought about because they're able to see practices that are happening in other places. And I think people are able to get feedback, so by posting lessons or professional development or other reflections, people can comment and share things that they really liked or things that they thought could be improved. And so I think it just builds that professional community.
It's been a wonderful program so far. I've been able to use a lot of different types of recordings to really look back at my practice and how to change and figure out how to change my practice.
I think I've sort of unleashed and opened a whole venue of opportunities that I'm actually now implementing, versus maybe in services where we learn about things and never get to the implementation point. But when you see how things are used and you can actually implement them and keep troubleshooting things as you implement them and share those concerns and ideas with our colleagues, it makes the technology more applicable in the classroom, and the students are able to benefit from that.
A coach came to me and asked if her teachers could come to my classroom for a couple hours, a couple Mondays, to see my 4-step skill instruction. And I said to her, how about instead of taking your teachers away from the classroom, paying for subs and hurting students, why don't I record the lessons, your teachers can watch them, and then if we have any clarifying questions, we could either meet or we could, clarify through email, or we could talk back and forth. And her teachers were super appreciative because they got to see how these lessons were supposed to be taught, but then they didn't have to take away time from their own classroom.
Just knowing that there's a community of teachers out there who care as much as you do about reflecting and growing in their practice and sharing it with others, I think in and of itself is incredibly encouraging and can help you grow as a professional. I'm a part of a community of teachers that have that same belief that this is a profession that is worth perfecting and worth putting students first and being transparent about your practice with others, I think is really valuable.
I have seen a lot of value in having the video library of Project Cam Opener available so that when I teach a new lesson, I can go and say, oh, these people taught something like this, I'm going to go and see what they did, and pull some really cool ideas. Sharing what is working with each other is probably the thing that is the most valuable tool that we have to learn more about teaching. Everything that I learned from other people who have been teaching longer than me and who've come up with some new and interesting ideas that I just would never have thought of. It has been great to have Project Cam Opener as a window to continue to immerse myself in what the rest of Denver Public Schools and the rest of the teaching community is doing.
I think what is so exciting about this is being able to watch other teachers and be inspired by them and see what's going on in other places, other schools that may be different from yours.
As I'm looking through these videos, and I'll post some more videos up, is I see my students participating, I see my students learning, I see my students using their knowledge, I see my students engaged.
I really love the idea of being able to see into other people's classrooms and see the new ideas that they're coming up with and how they're teaching things. I think that this is the only way to make teaching something that's actually manageable to do and something that you can go home after a 40-hour week and rejuvenate, is for us to collaborate and to be able to use ideas that we have from one another, and that's something that's really important to me.
Had to look at my notes, Mark.
Don't leave me hanging.